Hi everyone, it's your boy VorisN recording on a very shit camera on my laptop. But that's alright. This is how I started anyway. Except I didn't have a microphone. I don't know if this is working, but I'm just gonna for the aesthetic of it. So I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about what am I talking about today? I don't even fucking know. I don't even know why I did this. This is fucking stupid. JK. um, my music shit and how far I come with it, I guess. Um, considering from when I started, I didn't have this. Alright, I didn't have a microphone. This is a Audio Technica. Um, and my mate, my best friend, got me this as a gift. So, thanks to him, I'm now able to record shit on a proper microphone and make it sound good. I don't even know if this is working for you, but anyway. Um, so now back to that. What I'm actually talking about. When I first started, making music, I never thought I'll come this far with it. Considering how many shows I've done, um, how many tracks I've done, um, yeah, and one of those tracks having a feature on it, and and I have another track that has, I have another feature track that I've got to record still to it, but I've just been too busy with life, and I just never had the time for it. Which is pretty standard, pretty normal excuse that for any recording artist to fucking go to deal with. What I mean. So you know, yeah. Um, now with music, what with now talking with music, um, I'm still gonna continue to release music next year, but just not as no, not as often. I did not say that, but when I can release music, because again, I'm busy. I'm too busy with life. Life, I'm 24. I'm gonna be 25 in a few weeks. You know, um, life. It, not saying it's getting in the way with what I want to do with my music shit, but you know, it's it's. Alright, I'll leave it at that. That's. I don't know if that's the best way to how I can explain it, but you can have that. um, it's yeah. I don't know. So with this EP, the Minor of Richmore Postmortem, which is a sequel of the Minor of Richmore, the I don't even know what to properly call it. I call it an album. Also, I don't really call it an LP per se. I always call my whatever I like my albums. That's how I've always called them as. I don't know why. Um, I'll just call it an album for the sake. Um, which is okay. So the Mind of a Rich My Postmortem is a sequel to the Mind of a Rich Maya. Uh, Again, an album that I released in 2021, which is around the time when I was going through a very dark period of my life. Um, and so the Mind of a Rich My Postmortem is basically the definition for postmortem is um, it's like to say not not rise again after death because post. I forgot the definition. I had the definition. Excuse me, uno momento. I'm gonna have to fucking go look at Doctor Google to tell me. Postmortem. How I got the idea of the name? It just fucking came to me, like how usually every fucking thing does. or realistically, the definition of it is to and analyze like a dead body after it's been after death. So I guess maybe that's what I meant by it. Like mine and Rich Meyer, you know, like I said, I was going through a dark period of my life, so maybe I don't know. Actually, I mean, it's a cool name. Post Mine of Rich Meyer Post Mortem. It's a cool name concept for an album, and and like I said, it just came to me. Just like I said, how everything comes to me. Like the Minor Rich Meyer, I came up with it fucking I think 2 years before I released that album, and then um originally the post mortem album was going to be called something else, but because I was writing songs before I came up with the idea for post mortem, but they weren't VorisN esque, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like for example, Exhale, which is a song that I released in 2023, um, which is I tried to make it sort of uplifting, you know, to make it make it sound nice, a nice song. I don't know, especially with lines where I've said where I go, uh, I want to live my life to the fullest till my time comes, and and also like at the start of the third verse of that track where I say, what did I say? Yeah, I've exited hell. Feel like I was living inside a jail cell and fell, hit rock bottom, but I prevailed. Um, which is not which is not a bad thing to say. In other words, I'm saying like I'm free. I got no problems. I feel good and all that. Which is like I guess is what I was trying to go with exhale. Um, so but I don't know. It's just not really. I don't really like that song, to be honest. As well as the In My XI6 track that I released beginning of this year, which was just a track that I just said, I'm just gonna throw it out there, release it, but I won't release it on. I didn't release it onto Spotify because I didn't feel like it was a track that needed to be released to Spotify because it wasn't that of a strong of a track. Um, so hence why I released it to on my SoundCloud, which I said before that I would never release music again on SoundCloud because SoundCloud is just shit when it comes to releasing music. Um, so yeah, but I just released it again just to throw it out there, and um, looking back on it on that track, not because people that I've known personally have cracked jokes over it, but it doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest. I don't really care for it. But on a personal note, um, like not about the cracking jokes part. On a personal note, of how I feel about that track is it's I want to say it's one of my worst tracks I've ever released, but it's just not VorisN esque. Um, not a VorisN type track. That's how I can put it. Not my type of track. Um, so yeah, um, hence why like tracks like Ain't No Joke with One Out and Murder. I must say to this date, I'd say it's probably one of my favorite tracks I've ever recorded because not much effort and not much time I'd say I had put into it. Uh, actually, no, there was a better effort put into it considering the fucking like um the the part with the homie, I shit to kill men still, but I can't be killed. Came here to commit crimes, just like when not. I said I was gonna shoot up my school, just like Columbine, it's genocide. That part, like I put in like a demon type voice in the gunshot, which is meant to be like a shotgun or a pistol, which is actually what it is. The sound effect is actually a pistol going off. Um, and so I guess I put a bit of effort into that track, and maybe maybe I did put a bit of time into that track to perfect it, but I didn't record it on a proper microphone. That was the second last track, actually third last track, is in my XR6 was again recorded on my phone in my earphones and all that. Um, so the last track I recorded with not a proper microphone was Drowning in the Deep End Part 2. And Drowning in the Deep End Part 2 is a sequel to the original track Drowning in the Deep End, which I released back in 2020, 22 or 23, can't remember. Um, Drowning in the Deep End, which is just a song about me, this obviously, dealing with fucking mental problems and all that shit. Um, and part two is more of a bit of on a personal level, um, which I won't really get in particular with, just because in respect for myself and others that could watch this, I won't get into it, and um, so yeah. But that track is as well as it's a good track, but not a really a good track to perform live in front of a crowd. I've done it a couple of times, but I don't know if it's a track that I want to perform, just because it's really personal. It's a really deep track. Um, so yeah. So now I am in the middle of recording. I had to stop recording it to make some fucking videos onto Instagram and also to record, just because I haven't done it in a really long time, record a video for YouTube to say um I've got a track that's going to be coming out in a few weeks, either next week or the week after, called Shooter. And what the song is about is just showing that I still have some skill. I still have skill in this, in the Aussie underground scene of Aussie. Sorry, in the Sydney underground scene. Um, just considering my longevity that I have in the scene, what I think I have a better longevity. Considering, like I said, when I started rapping, I was 15. I was 15 years old, and and again, how far I've come with it. So I have some fucking longevity. So I can't say I can consider myself a fucking OG, but like again, I got longevity in this shit. So I know a few things about this fucking scene. Um, at the same time, I'm still learning it too. Um, so yeah, Shooter, yeah, like I said, Shooter's a song, just like again, showing I've still got some skill in it. My longevity, um, and I'm still hungry, and so which is basically it. I guess I could properly explain. Yeah. So yep, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Um, so I'm not even gonna say leave a like, subscribe, and all of that shit. Even I just did, but I hope you in like the video. Me explaining my situation with my music shit again, to explain it short and fucking quick. I'm not done with making music. All right, I'm still gonna release music, but just when I can release music. That's basically it. And also, hope you enjoyed me explaining my meaning behind my tracks and how I came up with them and all that, and and just my thought process behind how I came up with the shit for it. I don't know. Anyway, it's been your boy VorisN. Um, maybe we'll see in the future if I ever do think about recording a video for YouTube. If not, you will see me again on the 27th of December. I will be performing at Quakers Hill at a house in Quakers Hill, which is a first. I've never ever thought of fucking ever performing a gig, but you know what? It's for a bunch of dudes that I know in the scene who are cool, and and been meaning to uh, do something with them. So, oh, so yeah, yeah. So if anyone's not doing anything, on the 27th of December, which is a Saturday, if anyone's wondering, if anyone's watching, um, yeah, uh, come down. It's free, and yeah, don't cause no drama, nothing like that, and just kick it. Anyway, it's been your boy VorisN. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.